folks, phone shut down again on me, got hot, shut down on me. We're a little bit out of Billings yet, west of Billings, northwest actually, and the terrain has changed pretty significant in the last 40, 50 miles. You notice that the rocks, the bluffs are more craggy. There's more trees along and more like being in a river valley on the right side and the buttes on the left side. Very, very interesting and significant change in scenery if you look at the last video versus this one. We're on Highway 3, or we're on Highway 12, I'm sorry. Up here in about 4 or 5 miles, we're going to turn on Highway 3. That'll take us more of a southeast direction into Billings, or down towards Billings. When we get to Billings, we'll hit Interstate 90, and it'll be pretty much interstate then from there on in to where I'm going ultimately. But I mean, I'll be stopping several times before I get there. But I just thought I'd show you that little bit of difference. Again, like I said, the phone shut out on me, got hot. So this is another separate recording. And the temperature here is running 98. So it feels pretty good here in the air conditioning, but I'd hate to be out there working in this stuff. And I have seen a lot of hay going on, and I hope they're running with air-conditioned tractors. Massive amounts of hay. And one of the things I noticed around here is most of the hay cutting is done with a dedicated machine. It's not for those of you that are familiar with the process, normally we would pull a cutter of some sort behind the tractor and cut the hay. Well, out here they run a dedicated machine with a cutter in front of the power unit, and they cut about looks like a 10 to 12 foot swath at a time. I'd looked at buying one of those years ago when I was in the hay business, and they had just come on the market, and I thought, wow, that would really be nice for cutting hay. You don't drive over it before you cut it. Well, the problem with it was I didn't have enough acreage and big enough fields. I'm working mostly in small fields, and I couldn't justify that expense. But it sure would have been nice to have when I was in the hay business. All right, I'm gonna pause it here till we get probably through Billings, and then we'll get a look at what Wyoming looks like. I want to capture a little bit more. Come out of the area where we had the trees, and now we're back into the plains, or prairies, I guess you'd call them. I'm not sure. Still out of the Craggy Rock area. We're about 30 miles now west of Billings. The route that the GPS wanted to take me was following kind of a road like this on out from Billings across Montana, and down in cutting the very northeast corner of Wyoming and down into Spearfish, South Dakota. Now, I want to spend a little more time than that in Wyoming. The only advantage to the route they wanted to take me was that it takes me through where the Battle of Little Bighorn was. I would like to see that one day, and I would also like to see Cody, Wyoming, and we're missing that one as well. So maybe the next trip out, I'll do it a little bit different. But for this trip, I want to be able to say I stayed in Wyoming and see some of Wyoming. See if the terrain's any different. I don't think it will be significantly different. What I'm seeing here in Montana looks an awful lot like what I saw when we went to Crazy Horse before we got into the Black Hills. Nebraska, southern part of South Dakota, much the same as what we're seeing here. I really believe that Wyoming will be much the same. But who knows? We'll have to look at it and see. You'll get to make a judgment same time I do. Well, not really the same time, but it's going. It will be a while before I get the video uploaded. Unless I have a place tonight with power. And I don't know if I'll bother with finding a campground or just pulling into a Walmart or a Flying J or a Love's. We'll see. So maybe y'all get to see this sooner than I expect, but you probably won't see this until, let's see, today is Wednesday. It may be Saturday or Sunday before I get it uploaded when I get to my little sister's. Now, I thought I'd catch one of these little towns. This one actually had a name to it. It's called Broadfield. And it's a pretty neat little town, and not as pretty as the last one I saw. But you see these little communities like this all along, just spotted along the prairie. And I suspect the majority of the income here comes from farming. There's lots of farms, and so the grain elevators are 2, 3, 4 grain elevators here. So they have these little communities to support the farming, and then you leave it and you're back in the prairie again. So, and they have a big political battle going on out here. I don't know. I guess I hadn't paid much attention to it till I watched TV out here. And on my TV at night, it was, I think it like 4 and 5 political ads in a row between John Tester, who is their current senator, one of them, and Tim Sheehy, who is wanting to be one of their senators. And I mean, it is ugly. I don't know where you're all from, but I know at home in Alabama, political campaigns can get nasty. And they are very nasty out here. So, anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. If you want to take a look at that, if you're politically inclined and would like to take a look at that. I'm not sure who I would agree with as I listen to their ads. If you listen to their ads, you wouldn't vote for either one of them. You just say, no, thank you. I'll just go do something else. I'll go have some pizza that night instead of voting. But they can be nasty. So I've seen a lot of that. All right, well, we're just back in the plains. And not much to see here, as they say. So I'll take a little break here and try to catch something else interesting down the road. Well, folks, we're coming into Billings, Montana, and I thought I'd try to get some pictures of this. We we're coming in over a ridge, and Billings appears to be down below us to the right. I'm going to see if I can get the camera swing around that way a little bit. And it appears that the community is down in a little valley between two ridges. I hope you can see that when we start off the hill. See if I can pull
After
into
half
this
a mile,
pull-off.
keep left, then
and,
go around the roundabout and take the
maybe
second
it'll focus
exit.
the camera to the front a little bit by doing so. So you can see the valley down there. I'm going to see if I can get lucky enough to take this thing out without stopping it. Pardon my hand. And so you can see there that Billings is appears to be a community in a valley. We're up on a ridge. I don't know which direction. I would guess we're north, maybe pretty much north of town. And I want y'all to see that. Got bunches of these little pull-offs down through here. I know if I tried to get that thing out and unplug the cord, it would quit, so